Stop whatever you're doing, because this Scorpio new moon is about to ignite a transformation like no other. Whether you're ready or not, this lunar energy is here to push you toward powerful changes. And if you know something about the Scorpio energy, you know that it's going to be intense. If you're ready to break free from what is holding you back and step into your true power, well, then this is your moment. And if you ignore this energy, you miss out on one of the biggest opportunities of this year. Stay with me, because by the end of the video, you know exactly what to do to use this wonderful, powerful new moon in Scorpio energy. Oh, I love that. And before I continue, remember that I recorded a free masterclass where you learn how reality actually works and how you can manifest anything you want. The sign up link is in the description down below. So usually we use new moons to start new things or to manifest what we want, like manifest new projects, new things in our lives, the things that we want. But the Scorpio new moon specifically encourages us to make this final release, this final let go of things that no longer serves you. Let's say toxic relationships or habits or cycles. It is urging us to go through that deep emotional and spiritual cleansing. So again, usually it is the full moon that we use to let go of old things, because the full moon casts light on our shadows. So we know what we need to let go, and it's much easier to let go of things or to do shadow work. And the new moon usually is to set intentions, to manifest new things. But this new moon wants us to keep in mind that to start something new, to manifest something that we want, to set our intentions, we also need to let go of something. Usually, always when we want something new, we have to let go of something old. Maybe an old habit, maybe an old thought system, maybe some limiting beliefs, maybe a way of being, maybe people, maybe places, whatever. But usually if we want something new in our life, it means we have to let go of something. And second, the Scorpio energy is all about transformation. It's all about this deep, deep transformation, this deep knowing, this digging deep. And I will talk about all these energies in a moment, and you will know everything you need to know about the time ahead. But here, just shortly, the Scorpio is all about transformation and about shadow work and about everything that is extreme and intense. And that's why now it's so important to use the Scorpio energy. Yes, to start things new because it's a new moon, but for keeping in mind that you have to let go to start something new. So if you have your wish, your desire for something in your life, that's amazing. You will be manifesting that now. But now it's the moment where you can really close certain cycles, close what you don't need anymore, close what is standing between you and what you want to manifest. And third, guys, I'm so excited because this year, the new moon in Scorpio meets Samhain or Halloween. So on Halloween, October 31, you are in the new moon energy, in the Scorpio new moon energy. And that is so powerful. That is so amazing. Halloween is all about this thin veil between you and the unseen. It is when the Celtic year ended and the new year began. It is so magical and wonderful that this ending of a year comes together with the new moon in Scorpio. The new moon is about starting something new. On the 1st November, the new year starts and the new moon is there. And it is in Scorpio that wants the transformation. So we have all these energies that call for a deep transformation, for new beginnings, and more importantly, for endings. Now let's go into the energetics of the time ahead and how you can use it. There's a lot of information that I got that I want to share with you, because there are some topics that are really, really strong at the moment and that you can use for yourself to transform your life. And of course, I will also share with you some exercises, journal prompts, and rituals, things that you can do to really use the Scorpio new moon energy. And maybe now is the moment to tell you that I'm a huge Scorpio fan. So you will see me fangirling through the whole video. And for my astrology friends out there, I'm not a Scorpio, but I have Pluto in my first house and my South Node is in Scorpio in the first house. And also the woman that raised me, my mother, is a wonderful Scorpio. So I was with Scorpio energy since I remember. Let's go into the energetic update of this time ahead. So the Scorpio and new moon energy will be the strongest a couple of days before the new moon on November 1st and 1 to 2 days afterwards. So the Scorpio energy is raw. It's all about rawness. It's all about being your real self. And the Scorpio energy helps so much with that because it helps you to dig deep, to go deep into your being, into knowing who you really are, into seeing your shadows. And it also helps you to face them, to be able to face them, to be able to be raw. So I ask you, if this is calling you, is to be raw with yourself during this new moon. Really unmask yourself. It is about stripping away all these layers that is not the real you, all this identity that you put on so that you can fit into this world or fit to an image that you made to yourself, like that you thought you have to be in a certain way. They are all layers. And the Scorpio new moon asks you, if you're ready, to slowly but steady shedding those layers. And when you shed these layers, you may be confronted with your vulnerabilities or with your shadow or with the things that you did not want to see up to now. You will see your deepest fears, but also your deepest desires. And if you use the Scorpio energy, you can step into your truth, into your real truth. So embrace what feels uncomfortable. When you become raw, when you become yourself, when you see your shadows, it can be that it is a bit uncomfortable. But when you have these uncomfortable emotions, these feelings, it means that you are on the right path. Scorpio loves it intense. Well, it is normal for Scorpio. It is normal for Scorpion energy that everything is intense. It is normal to dig deep, to go really, really deep. And Scorpios, even if they are scared, they still go deep because that's what they need to do. Because they want to uncover truth. They want to uncover what is real. This energy wants to see it all, even if it's painful and intense. Growth often comes from discomfort. So use this raw energy to dig deep in your life, to become who you really are. And I give you a journal prompt now because journaling helps a lot to uncover what is inside you. So grab pen and paper or journal and then use this journal prompt. Where in my life have I been holding back my true, raw self? And how can I start embracing my authentic feelings and expressing them more openly? Journal about that or just write whatever comes to your mind and see what comes up. Be your real, raw self. And I said that intense emotions are a sign that you're on the right path. They're a sign of progress. So if during that new moon, the intense emotions come up, remember that these emotions come up because something gets triggered in you. And if you are open to it, use these triggers to work on yourself. Use these triggers to uncover these layers that you don't need anymore. So your emotions are like your compass. If you feel something intense and you feel something is bothering you, see it as an arrow pointing to the direction where transformation lies. So during that new moon in Scorpio, lean into the storm. Don't shy away from intensity, embrace it. Work with yourself and your emotions. Here another journal prompt for you. What intense emotions have been surfacing recently? How can I view these emotions as signs of growth rather than something to fear or suppress? And when you put all the rawness and facing your intense emotions together, you are doing shadow work. So face your truth. Face who you really are, even the dark parts. Because when you face them, when you don't ignore them, when you look at them, you shed light on them. They are only your shadows and your darknesses as long as you don't look at them. When you begin to look at them, to accept them, to feel them, to be with them, to give them attention and to listen to them, then they are not your shadows anymore. Then you begin to shed light on them and you begin to transform. Here now the journal prompt. What uncomfortable truth about myself or my relationships have I been avoiding? How can I bravely confront them to clear the path for deeper self-awareness? Another topic during that time, because of the Scorpio energy, is sexuality and intimacy. And also relationships in general, because this new moon asks you to examine your love life. What relationships do you have in your life? And not only with others, but with yourself. How intimate are you with others and with yourself? Where are you holding yourself and your desires back? Do you have relationships in your life that are maybe physical, but not emotional, or energetic, but not physical? And do you want it in that way, or is it not what you really want? Or maybe you have also toxic relationships in your life. If that's so, this is a great time to let go of them, to really stop doing what is not good for you. What is it that you're doing that you actually don't want to do? Are there topics that you talk about with people, but you are not interested in them? You don't want to talk about it. Are you doing things together with other people that you don't want to do? Are there desires that you're sharing, but that are not your desires anymore? Maybe you changed, maybe you evolved, maybe you have new interests now. Maybe you want to do things differently now. Honor that. Which relationships or personal behaviors are no longer serving my highest good? How can I begin to release these toxic influences from my life? These are great journal prompts for that. And also ask yourself, do you have real, true intimacy in your life? And I don't talk about, or not only about the physical part, but intimacy is something else. This is also emotional and energetic. Do you have that in your life? And even more important, do you have it with yourself? And then we go into the topic in a moment. But first, if you want to let go of toxic behavior, relationship, whatever, it is a great time on this new moon to do like a cleansing ritual, or simply cleanse your home, or declutter your home, or cleanse yourself. You can also do something with water, because Scorpio is a water sign. So if you can go and take a bath, like a ritual bath somewhere, maybe you can jump into the cold water somewhere, or maybe you have spring now, and then you can go, I don't know, into the sea or lake or in a river and just bath yourself and cleanse yourself from all the old that no longer serves you. And if you don't have this possibility, you can also just take a shower and feel how this water cleanses you and washes away everything that no longer serves you. And then you can also clean your home, put on some incense, just let go of old energy so that new energy can come in. And now let's go back to the intimacy with yourself, because on this new moon in Scorpio, self-acceptance and self-intimacy and body acceptance is really important. So examine your relationship with yourself, with your body, with your mind, with your soul, with your whole being. How do I feel about my body right now? What steps can I take to cultivate more love, appreciation, and acceptance for my physical self? What parts of myself have I been rejected or judging harshly? How can I start to embrace these aspects with compassion and understanding? This is so important on this Scorpio new moon, to start this intimacy with yourself. Because if you push yourself away, if you hate yourself, if you don't accept yourself, if you judge yourself, it is really difficult to have this connection with yourself, like this true connection with yourself. And I talked about being authentic and being raw because of the Scorpio energy. So if you have all this rawness and doing your shadow work and releasing all that no longer serves you, then true intimacy with yourself is one of the biggest gifts that you can give yourself. Because then you connect with yourself. You can be your authentic self and you can love that. Even if it's not perfect, even if it's not the way that you think it should be, but it is your real true self. And when you begin to accept that and to see yourself as what you really are, a soul having a human experience, then you maybe start to appreciate yourself, your true self, to appreciate your uniqueness. And even if it doesn't look like the images on Instagram or the people that you follow or whatever, no, it's your uniqueness. You matter. Your real self is waiting for you to embody it. So own your true self. Release judgment and build now this foundation for self-love. Start now and look in 6 months when there's the full moon in Scorpio. Look, how have you evolved? Do you love yourself more? Are you more yourself? And then look again in 1 year. If you start now to build this foundation of self-love, of self-acceptance, of your true self, you can come so far in 1 year. And on the Scorpio new moon, it could be a great idea to do like a body acceptance ritual. That can look however you want it to look. Take a bit of time for yourself, light a candle, put on some lovely music, things that you like. And then you can do, for example, take a bath or take a shower and put on some body lotion or some body oils. Look in the mirror and see who you really are. You are you. You're not someone else. And your body is your vessel to be here to experience life. And then do what feels good to you. Take time for yourself. Please yourself, maybe. Just know that everything that you do is for you, is for your body, for your soul, for your mind. And with that, you're stepping into your true power. And that is the last topic of this Scorpio new moon. Claim the power that you have given away. Even just thinking that you have to be in a certain way because you saw that online, or because some people told you, or because the media told you, or because your parents and your teachers told you, was giving your power away. You gave the power away with that. So if you now begin to accept yourself the way you are and begin to love your true self, you take your power back. You claim your power and you're rewriting your story, because now it becomes your story. You write it, you decide. And with that, you manifest with much more ease. You know why? Because you're not questioning your worth anymore. You know that you are worthy of everything that you desire. And with all that, you begin to trust yourself more. You have this unshakable confidence because you know who you are. You know that you love and accept yourself. You know that you are great the way you are. Where have I been giving away my personal power, either to others or to situations? How can I take it back and stand more confidently in my truth? What steps can I take to strengthen my trust in myself and my decisions? How can I begin to honor my intuition more in my day-to-day life? And with that, I close this video about the new moon in Scorpio. There's a lot to do, right? So better start now. And if you need some help with shadow work, watch this video next, and I see you in the next one. Bye!